This morning on Local 4 News Today, we shared the incredible story of Jake Pannar, a 9-year-old with a heart so big he cared much more about the people around him than himself.
That even came through during the worst time of his life when Jake was diagnosed with brain cancer. After years of surgeries, chemotherapy, radiation, and much more, his tumor spread, and unfortunately Jake passed away. As Local 4's Nick Monticelli explains, it was a painful journey for his Grosse Pointe Woods family, but now they've turned their pain into something that will help thousands of kids just like Jake.
I was reading on the couch with him. We read together every day, and he said he saw double.
Jake Pannar hated the word cancer. He would only call what was happening his tumor. Despite that tumor and despite constant rounds of chemo, radiation, multiple surgeries, and more, Jake never thought about himself. In fact, just a few months before he passed, he took part in the Great Cycle Challenge, raising money for pediatric cancer research. He raised nearly $6,000, more than any kid in his category in the entire country.
And he would just get out there and he would ride. And if, occasionally he'd fall down and then he'd get back. He's like, okay, I think I can do it.
He was extremely special.
Even Jake's oncologist, Dr. Kate Regling, says Jake's attitude, his personality, his aura was uplifting to other patients in the hospital.
People could look at him and all the hurdles that he had to conquer. Chemotherapy, brain surgery, radiation, more chemotherapy. He did it all with a smile on his face.
Whenever Jake was at Children's, he loved building Legos. His parents, Christoph and Amy, say it was part of his journey.
It's not just that kids love Legos, it's that it was so personal and meaningful for Jake, and he used Legos as a way to cope.
Which is poetic, because after his passing, they became an even bigger part of his journey. After Jake passed, his mom, dad, and sister Stacy decided to start a toy drive honoring Jake and helping other kids at Children's Hospital.
I thought maybe we'd hit like 400. It became this kind of labor of love where we would get a mountain of Amazon boxes.
A labor of love that grew so much they ran out of room in their home. They had to set up inside of their church.
Yeah, there we go.
In the middle of winter, they moved all those toys from church to Children's. Jake's team was there waiting.
There's going to be so many families that benefit from all this.
And how many families, you ask? Well, Jake passed in 2021. His baseball number was 21. And it just so happens 2,021 toys were donated.
It blew me away. And actually just this morning I realized that it's 21 days between his birthday and the date that he passed.
I think it was Jake's way of saying it's okay, and we did something great for me, and we did something great for other children who might be in a similar situation.
That impact and knowing that that many children will experience, even if it's just 1 second of happiness and joy, it's completely worth it.
Yeah.
Completely worth it for a boy who refused to call his cancer cancer and refused to let it define him.
The success of this toy drive was a reflection of the love that people felt toward him for just him being who he was.
In Grosse Pointe Woods, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
It's just an incredible story, Nick. Children's Hospital says Team Jake's donation, by the way, is equal to the hospital's largest holiday donation of the year.